You open your eyes for the very first time, except you don't have any. You're a soft, blind, legless grub at the bottom of a warm, wet chamber deep underground. And congratulations, you've just hatched as an ant. Not the cool kind from the nature documentaries. Not yet. Right now, you're basically a hungry white jelly bean. Giant shapes move over you in the dark, checking you, cleaning you, deciding what to do with you. These are your sisters. You have about 500,000 of them, and here's the first thing to understand about your new life. Not one of them was born to love you. On day one, the single most important fact of your entire existence has already been settled. What you'll become, worker, soldier, or queen, isn't up to you. It's up to lunch. Your sisters feed you mouth to mouth, and exactly how much they feed you, and what decides your whole destiny. Get the rich diet and the royal treatment, and you could grow into a queen, the mother of an empire, but you won't. Almost none of you do. You're getting the standard rations, which means you're going to be a worker. You'll be sterile. You will never have children of your own. Not one, ever. So, that's the gender reveal, the career fair, and the vasectomy. All settled before you can even walk. No pressure.
For now, your only job is to eat and grow, and you turn out to be weirdly good at it. Once you're fat enough, your body does something genuinely insane. You go still, seal yourself away, and inside you dissolve. Your grub body breaks down into a kind of living soup, then rebuilds itself with legs, eyes, a waist, and a brain. When you finally crawl out, you're pale and soft and clumsy. Fresh workers like you are called callows. You can barely walk, but nobody's going to teach you how. You look around at the heaving dark city you were born into, and somehow you already know what to do. And that is the real mystery of this entire place. Because in a city of 500,000, nobody is in charge. You keep waiting for orders. They never come. There's no boss ant, no manager, no foreman barking instructions. Even the queen isn't a ruler. She doesn't command anyone. She just lays eggs. So how does a city this size dig tunnels, raise young, fight wars, and feed everyone, with no one running it? Smell. You talk in chemicals, pheromones, tiny scent messages you lay down and read off each other's bodies. A trail to food, an alarm that screams attack. A signal that just says, I'm your sister. Don't bite me. Each ant only follows a handful of simple rules off the scent around her. And out of 500,000 of you following those tiny rules at once, something bigger wakes up. The colony starts to behave like a single animal. One mind, built out of 500,000 bodies. You're not a citizen of this city. You're a brain cell in it. Your first job is the safest one because you're young, and the colony does not waste its young. You're a nurse. You spend your days licking eggs clean, hauling larvae to the warmest chambers, feeding the next batch of grubs exactly the way you were fed, and you learn the strangest rule of the place. You don't own your stomach. When you find food, you don't just eat it. You store it in a second stomach and bring it back up into your sisters' mouths. The whole colony shares one enormous social gut, passing a single meal body to body until everyone's fed. Yes, every dinner here is re-gifted, but it works because here there's no your food and my food. There's barely a you at all. Now, here's the part nobody warns you about. As you get older, your jobs get more dangerous, not less. On day one, you were precious. The longer you survive, the more expendable you become. So the colony moves you up, nursery, then building, then repairs near the entrance. Then finally, the most lethal job of all, it sends its senior citizens outside. Most species retire their old to a quiet corner. Yours retires you to the front line, because an old worker has already given the colony almost all the work she'll ever give. So, if something out there is going to eat one of you, far better it eats the one with the least life left. And today, that's you. You've been promoted. You're a forager now. For the first time in your life, you leave the nest. The light hits you like a wall. A single blade of grass is a skyscraper. A puddle is an ocean. A bird overhead is a god, and it is hungry. Your eyes are bad, so you find your way by the scent trails your sisters laid before you, and by the angle of the sun, but lose that trail out here, and that's it. No one is coming to find you. A worker who can't find her way home just walks until she dies. So, you don't wander. You find the food. You grab what you can carry, often many times your own body weight, and you lay a fresh scent trail running all the way back so your sisters can follow. And now the magic of this place finally snaps into focus. One ant is almost nothing, half blind, no plan, easily lost. A million ants leaving trails for each other becomes something that can find anything, carry anything, and dismantle prey 100,000 times their size. Then one day, out on the trail, you smell something that isn't a sister, another colony. And your two cities want the same food, the same ground, the same future. So, you go to war. Rail war. Thousands of bodies, severed legs, soldiers with jaws like bolt cutters, chemical weapons sprayed into the enemy ranks. You throw yourself at your sister's enemies with everything you have. Because losing doesn't mean surrender. It means your queen dies, your nursery is raided, and your whole world ends in an afternoon. But even now, fighting for your life, here's the quiet truth. The colony is doing the math, and you are not in the equation. You were never the point. You were only ever a way to protect the one ant who is. So, let's finally talk about the queen. She is your mother. All 500,000 of you came out of her. She can live 20, even 30 years down here in the dark, doing one single thing. Laying eggs while you burn through your entire life in a few short weeks. And you spend that life as a sterile servant who will never reproduce, hurling yourself at predators and rival armies to protect her right too. For a long time, that looks like the saddest deal in all of nature. A whole life of sacrifice for nothing of your own. But then you learn how ant family trees actually work. And the whole thing flips inside out. Because of a quirk in ant genetics, you and your sisters can share about 3/4 of your genes. If you had daughters of your own, you'd only pass on half of yours to them. Read that again. You are more related to your sisters than you would ever be to your own children. So helping your mother pump out millions more of your sisters spreads more of you into the future than having kids ever could. Your whole life of selfless sacrifice from your genes' point of view. It might be the most selfish move you could possibly make. You never gave yourself up for the colony. The colony is how you win. You're not a martyr. You're an investor with fantastic instincts and terrible eyesight. And then, one day, your few weeks are up. You slow down. Your body, run into the ground hauling and fighting and feeding, finally quits.
There's no funeral, no goodbye. The colony doesn't pause for a single ant. When you die, your body starts releasing a particular chemical, the smell of death, and the instant your sisters catch it, they pick you up, carry you out of the city, and drop you on the colony's garbage heap. In fact, that death smell is so absolute that if you dab it on a perfectly healthy living ant, her sisters will haul her out to the graveyard too, legs kicking, and keep dumping her there until the smell wears off. That's how little you means in here. You are not a name. You're a scent and a job. And the moment the scent changes, you're trash. But look closer before you feel too sorry for yourself. Up there, the colony you died for is still alive. It will keep living for decades, long after you, long after every sister you ever fed, absorbing thousands of deaths just like yours without breaking stride, because you were never really the ant. The colony was the ant. You were one of its thoughts, a single spark that lit up, did its work, and went dark so the bigger mind could keep thinking. And the last thing you'd want to know, if an ant could want anything, going out like that was the smartest thing you ever did. Down in the nest, your mother lays another egg. It opens its eyes for the very first time. Except, of course, it doesn't have any.